Konnichiwa, minasan. Today we'll begin with an overview of the JLPT N2 Listening section. The JLPT N2 Listening section has about 28 to 30 multiple choice questions and is divided into 5 parts. You begin with Kadai Rikai, where you listen for the purpose of an action or task. Next is Pointo Rikai, which checks whether you can catch key details. After that comes Gaio Rikai, which tests your ability to understand the overall message. The exam then moves into Soko, where you respond quickly to short situations and also handle longer spoken passages. Finally, Bunsho Rikai presents extended dialogues or explanations to judge your full comprehension over longer stretches of speech. All right, let's go through each pattern one by one and review some useful tips to help you prepare more effectively for the exam. In the Kadai Rikai o task understanding section, you're tested on how well you can grasp what the speaker wants to do and what action will follow next. The conversations are short and simple, so your job is to quickly catch the purpose behind the exchange. Typical questions ask things like, この後何をしますか? or スピーカーの目的は何ですか? So you should focus on the intention of the final decision. It helps to look out for patterns such as 固定になった、手置いて、安定欲しい, since they often signal plans or requests. Always pay close attention to the last line and to verbs that show decisions, because that is usually where the answer appears. In the Pointo Rikai or key point listening section, the focus is on catching one crucial piece of information while keeping track of any changes or corrections that appear during the conversation. This part often deals with numbers, times, and conditions, so staying alert to updates is important. Typical questions include 最終的にどうなりますか? or 金額時刻数量はどれですか? which means you're looking for the final confirmed detail. Be careful with the first number you hear, since it is often a trap, and expect speakers to correct themselves. Listen for keywords like kekkyoku, yapari, 最終的に, tumari, because these words usually lead directly to the true answer. In the Gaio Rikai o, in the general comprehension section, you're expected to understand the overall message of a medium-length conversation, rather than focus on just one detail. This includes picking up the speaker's attitudes, feelings, and the general direction of the discussion. Typical questions ask things like, 二人はどう思っていますか? or 会話の主な内容は何ですか? So your goal is to capture the main idea. Tone words matter a lot here, and emotional cues such as 実は, 別に, まいたな, or さすがに often reveal what the speakers really feel. Since the conclusion usually comes last, keep listening carefully until the end, because that's where the answer often appears. In the Soko or quick response section, you're tested on how well you can follow a natural conversation and choose the reply that fits best. It's all about reacting the way a real person would, not picking the most perfect grammatical line. The questions often ask things like この後何をしますか? or スピーカーの目的は何ですか? So your focus should stay on the speaker's intention. Listen for cues that show whether someone is asking for help, refusing something, accepting something, or correcting a misunderstanding. Overly formal choices are almost never right, because this part aims to capture everyday conversation. Go for the answer that feels natural in the moment, rather than the one that sounds like textbook Japanese. In this section, you're dealing with longer explanations, announcements, or short meeting style conversations. The goal is to follow how the discussion develops across several steps. You're tested on whether you can track comparisons, understand reasoning, and pick out the final decision that the speakers arrive at. Typical questions include things like, 話の求めとしてスピーカーは何と言っていますか? or この後二人は何をするつもりですか? These require you to hold the full flow of the passage in mind. It helps to listen for transition words such as 確かに, でも, それから, and となると, because they signal shifts in opinion or the point where the speakers start moving toward a conclusion. Many long passages follow the pattern of a problem, then discussion, then solution. The last few lines often contain the real answer, so it's important to concentrate right to the end. Thank you for going through this overview of JLPT N2 listening types. Follow the next videos where we'll look at actual sample questions for each category. These will help you sharpen your listening skills and get comfortable with the real exam flow. If you find the content helpful, make sure to subscribe and follow so you don't miss any videos that support your JLPT preparation. Let's keep learning and move step by step towards success. Ciao matane!